Well, welcome to the shed, everybody. It's a very pleasant mid-February day. No, it's not.
It's not February.
It's election day. It's April 28th. By the time you hear this, you will know who our prime minister is and how it's all going. But as we sit in the shed, we don't. And I can just reiterate that it is unseasonably cold and wet today, and I'm sick and tired of it. We're supposed to be in the full bloom of spring here, and we're not. So I have no choice other than to simply enjoy myself here in the shed with my pals talking about stuff. So let's go.
Okay. We got the junk food to go. KJ, you got some snappers for us?
Well, gentlemen, I've been waiting for this all day.
Oh, this is exciting. Ooh. We got fresh snappers.
No, it's not about the snappers. Well, it is, but...
Have we come to the end of our snapper era?
No.
But
announce? I decided that I'm going to take my snapper time, and I'm going to have a new section of...
Ooh.
And... Listeners, you can probably hear the heavy sighs.
Well, you can't see the crossed arms of body language.
No, I have an open body posture here.
But because
I'm thinking.
He quickly assumes it. He unfolds his arms and spreads his legs.
The listeners,
I can't wait.
The listeners probably know this, but every episode I want to introduce a new section, and we never see it again after that. So
bring it, Mo.
Okay, so this one is on the tail of snappers. This is going to be called KJ Reports.
Okay. Yes, this is good.
What on?
On what happened in my life.
Well, this is what we want.
Exactly.
This is what
I never know when to get in.
It depends, doesn't it?
Oh.
Okay, well, let's start with. Let's just.
Well, two of us actively use any list and one of us doesn't. And that's why you need your special segment. I'm all good with that.
That's right.
Whatever technique can be used.
Take it away.
What you mean? I could have just put KJ Reports on any list?
Yeah.
And it works the same way?
Or even the items that you have on your phone. You could just put them on any list.
Oh, yeah. And then you guys would...
Then you wouldn't have to deal with all this trepidation and surprise and everything. We're old. We can't change that. We can't pivot like that.
Okay. I'm going to do this in my head because I'm looking at the list and I'm trying to figure out which is most important. So save the best for last. But snappers last. And I have a few. So the first one is the Pope died. Long live the Pope. And I don't know if you guys checked, but the contenders for the new Pope, like they list so many cardinals. And one of them, because the last three popes have not been from Italy, so there's a little contingent in what Italy wants to get it back, right?
Yeah, Italy.
And so one of the
convention, right?
I don't know if it's called a convention, but
I believe there's a movie called The Conclave.
Conclave.
Yeah.
Way to go, RJ. I was that word.
One of the contenders' name is Pizza Balla. And I think, for our listeners, I think Pope Pizza Balla.
So somewhere in Italy,
he's my vote.
So there's a bunch of people just holding their heads in their hands. We've waited decades to have a viable candidate. What do we do? His name is Pizza Balla. Jeez. But we really...
Okay, but...
Could we get him to change his name?
But that's his last name, right?
Yes.
Can't we call him Augustine or something?
Yes. Oh, they pick a name. They pick, yeah.
Like
they
those names are picked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they just call
Pope,
him whatever.
Paul, Pope.
JP2P.
Pius.
And you wonder, like, how many Pauls have there been? Pope Paul the 32nd or something. Like, isn't there some rule about...
Yeah, John Paul wasn't he 23rd?
I don't know, there's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, don't they have an upper limit? Because it starts to beg the question, look, why don't you just save yourself a little trouble and call every single pope John Paul? Then people won't even notice when they die.
But seriously,
switch in a new guy.
Seriously, because of that, doesn't it not matter whether their name is
Pizza Balla?
Corn fritters?
American Pope. American
USA.
Pope.
USA.
Yeah, if there was an American one, I wonder what... No, it's they're going to be apostles' names, right? Or...
Yeah, or whatever.
Saints' names of some sort, whatever. Okay, so that was the first
Pizza Balla,
one.
that's
Paul,
fantastic.
fritters, like...
See, this is a good new section, isn't it?
It's a great new
It's
section.
very good.
Because this Pope thing, it's just kind of endless too, really, You said, and honestly, you sort of think, why do the Italians care? Like, what's their stake in the game where they really want to have the next pope be an Italian guy? Do they feel some level of
Vatican's
ownership
in
for the
Rome.
entire Roman Catholic
They
Church?
do.
Yes.
Indeed, yes.
And
does-
probably, I'm going to say 90% of them have been Italian, right?
Yes, but again, because the Roman Catholic Church is a worldwide organization with worldwide membership, and in fact, I would venture to say the bulk of Catholics live outside Italy and are not of Italian
for sure.
descent.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense to me that Italy feels we own it.
What did you call that again? The Roman Catholic Church. Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Roman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As in Romans, as in an empire that died out, 2,000 years ago.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Of course you don't.
Okay, so people that live in Rome, they don't refer to themselves as Romans? Come on.
They may, but it was the Roman Catholic Church when it was headed in Constantinople, for examples, too. So it had nothing to do with Rome when it was in Constantinople.
Because the Romans owned everything then.
No, because
Sorry.
I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
No, but you make good points. You make good points.
I don't know what Italy's particular interest. Like, I don't think it can be financial.
It's totally a sense of pride. This is where popes come from, God damn it. That's what they're thinking.
But
Yeah.
they must also, by extension, be thinking this is where Catholics come from. The real Catholics, the ones that St. Peter's really going to be happy to see, St. Peter Pizzolopoulos.
Jingoism and nationalism,
Yeah.
they have nothing to do with logic.
Yeah. I
Like
guess you're
it's
right.
a feeling, a sense of pride. This is where this church was born.
Yeah, but it raises all those questions about why, to me it does anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the why is because people are irrational.
Well, and it does make, if I was...
This is great, KJ. You need to bring more of these.
Yeah.
For me and Skin to talk about.
No, but if I was the head Catholic of Brazil and I had aspirations to become Pope, I'd be pretty annoyed to hear Italy saying popes really should only come to Italy.
Yes.
And I would also, if I was a Catholic in
Yes.
some other part of the world, I'd be pretty annoyed to start thinking, are Italian Catholics somehow more Catholic than the rest of us?
You would be, yes.
Shut up.
No, but I mean,
You
why
would be.
are you expecting people to be logical? Americans think this way all the time. Like everything should be from America.
America.
Yeah.
Okay, please do go on now that we've...
I once talked to a guy from Serbia about how the Americans think that they're at the center of the universe and they're the best place in the world. And he said, don't you realize every country's like that?
Yeah.
We Serbians think we are the best.
Yeah. China for sure.
Yeah. Like it's just a thing, right? And so you're in Italy, this church has this deep, deep presence there. That, as KJ said, most popes were Italian. They're thinking we need another Italian one. It's been how many? 4?
Last 3.
Yeah, last 3.
But what's his name? What was his name who just died?
Strombolopoulos? No.
He was from Argentina, right? Which doesn't Argentina have the biggest Catholic
Corn
population in the world?
One of those, yeah. That's what South America has really crazy population of Catholics as a continent.
Yeah.
Per capita, I wonder who the world leader is.
Yeah.
It might be Italy
Might be.
per capita. I don't know.
Don't know.
I didn't know that. That's kind of fun to think about.
Yeah.
So, no, I was just thinking the Apostle Simon, who I will call Peter, and upon this rock I will build this church. So what was Simon's last name? Cornfred or something like that, right?
Well, all of them had last names.
That's why he changed it to Peter, because just anything to avoid that last name business, Simon.
Simon.
They had stupid last names. That's kind of fun.
Simon,
They all
yeah.
got dropped.
I mean, they're all Jewish, but we want to forget they're Jewish. But Simon's a really Jewish name, right?
Yeah.
That is it is fun to imagine what their last, and you can imagine down through the centuries, the number of families that have claimed direct lineage from the disciples and thus associated family names with various disciples. No, he really was Paul Johnson. That was really his name.
Okay, moving on. Oh, I got a little thing from my agent. Said this guy, he does a YouTube cast as opposed to podcast, I suppose, and it's called Dial the Gate.
We also do.
And he has 27,000 followers, and it's all about Stargate trivia.
Woo.
And so Murray says, do you want to talk to this guy? He's asking for you. And I said, I replied, I think I could probably talk for about 4 minutes about my Stargate experience. So the guy says, well, actually everybody responds like that, but he should just look at his episodes, and I think he'd be surprised at what comes up. And sure enough, I looked at the episodes. I don't know if I ever watched them when they aired, but sure enough, there's a whole bunch of shit.
I already like this guy for immediately recognizing, yeah, everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks, nobody that I end up talking to that was involved in that production sees themselves as any kind of fan. They don't have the kind of universal encyclopedic knowledge that I have about it.
Yeah.
He just knows, and then he just says, but have a little look at the one you were involved in, and by golly,
but
that's fun.
I think he sort of also does it on the premise that I'm a performer, and that we can just talk about that if we don't want to talk about, just what's going on in your life. So anyway, I thought that was funny. So anyway, I watched the episodes, and so I did 3 or 4 Stargates, and then I did, what did Stargate turn into? Stargate, the Next Generation. Oh, it's like that.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Anyway, no, it's a whole new group of young intrepid travelers. And so I played Chancellor Lycos, don't you know, on my planet that was being...
In all 4 episodes?
No. That was
That's just one.
that's Stargate.
In the follow-on.
I was Dr. Warner.
Oh, okay.
In the very first episode, right?
Yeah.
But then this is the following series, so that's after, like, how many seasons of Stargate, right?
No idea.
Like, ton. Anyway, I'm looking at the people around me in the scene, and there's these young guys, and some of them are sort of recognizable, and they're good little actors and everything. They're young then, in their 30s or something. And there's this one guy, I think, who's that? And he doesn't say anything, really. He's like a glorified extra. And you know who it was?
Kim Kondrashov.
Jason Momoa.
Really?
Yeah, he's Aquaman.
Wow.
Like, I thought, I've worked with Jason Momoa. I didn't even know it. I think I think at the end of the episode, he...
There was probably a time when he was modeling his professional aspirations on yours.
Exactly, Stan.
Wow.
Exactly. I
If
think
only I could be Chancellor Glucose.
Glucose. Anyway, I found that real fascinating, and I sent the guy an email
fascinating, actually.
today, and so I'll do that. We'll just do it on Zoom, right?
So how old is Jason Momoa now?
He's got to be in his late 40s, I'm going to say. 50?
Wow.
Would he be 50?
I thought he was younger than that. That's why I asked.
I thought he was younger than that, too.
You get where I'm going here.
Yeah,
This would have been
'cause
early
he
90s,
would have been,
right?
Yeah, maybe late 90s.
Okay. Still almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, he would have been...
You'd have
20.
to be a teenager on that set.
Well, he
pretty
might have
much.
been 19. I mean,
Yeah.
he must have had... I bet he had some martial arts skills of some... I mean, he was pretty buff then. I mean, compared to Aquaman, right? Anyway,
I see he divorced Lisa Bonet in 2024. They were together
Oh,
for...
so she's on the market then.
They were together for 7 years.
Excellent.
2024?
I know.
What just happened?
How long together?
And he's 45, He's born in Honolulu. Jason Momoa. They were
45?
together for 7 or 8 years.
Well, 25 years ago.
He's 45. He would have been 20 or less.
Yeah.
Kind of
That's
wild.
pretty cool, though. So he's just a glorified extra almost.
He's not even
Yeah.
glorified, it sounds
Well,
like.
no. He ends up with a monologue that I didn't watch. However, when I talk to... I think this guy's name is David Reed, actually. When I talk to him, I'm going to say... Can I use those little snippets? Because I could take it out and just have a little snippet of Momoa in the background. I probably can't, but I could probably take a screenshot.
Or he can, I guess. He can go look at that episode and do it himself. Can't he?
Yeah.
Yes, but I was thinking for our
Here.
website.
For our...
For us, for
website.
our YouTube cast.
Yeah, and can we use his...
Because we do that.
We can use extracts from the actual interview as well, too, right?
I bet we could. I'll give you my permission right now.
All right.
We'll
Excellent.
make sure that you make
do
your
it.
appearance on his cast conditional on using his stuff on ours.
Yeah, nice.
Ask him for points.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I might draw the line there.
points on the whatever
say
advertising revenue he's got coming in.
You might say stuff like, well, first, Be interesting.
Well, doesn't
you mean pointers?
Yeah, exactly.
doesn't 27,000 followers mean something monetarily?
Yeah, he probably makes a little money off this thing. Yeah.
I got to think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, but and even going through his list of his guests it triggered stuff in me, and things that don't even have anything to do with Stargate, because I know, like, all those people were involved in my film career throughout the ages, right? All sorts of little names popped up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I had a little thumbnail of everybody in their name? I went, oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, her. Okay, moving on. In other entertainment news,
Okay.
When Calls the Heart has asked me back.
Way to go, When Calls the Heart. Toby? Moby.
Toby's the hearse.
I hope I get Toby back.
I hope you do too.
Me and
Horses
Toby,
remember
man.
stuff. He'll
Like the
remember you.
wind.
Well, he'll remember you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually not even kidding about that. I would like to see if that turned out to be true. I think it would, but I would be kind of cool to see.
That's a good one, Skin.
Just a thought.
I'm going to get that in my contract. Must ride horse / Toby.
Toby. And does this have anything to do with the fact that you're clean shaven?
No, because I had a beard as
Oh.
Mr. McGinty.
You're going to have to grow back.
So at 4:30, 5 o'clock on Sunday the 24th, I will start to grow my beard again because it shoots in June.
I like how it's so specific. See, when you're an actor, you got to have a very firm grasp on the rate at which your hair grows.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know
Quarter inch
to
a week.
the millimeter.
Quarter inch a week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
An inch a month, basically.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So I've had hair in parts of my body my whole life. No idea at what rate it grows. Parts. Yeah, I had to
Okay.
emphasize that because...
Doing very good. Okay. So West Side Story.
Ooh,
I wanna see
forgot
that.
about that.
I've heard it's going to be really good.
How did you hear that from?
I think I saw that from a Facebook share, maybe that Susan did. But it just sounds...
Today?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Susan saw it last night because she's going to Portugal, right? Wednesday, she's going to Portugal for a month. So she misses the whole thing. So I asked if she could come and see the dress. It wasn't dress rehearsal, it was a run through. We still got 2 weeks before the dress rehearsal. And she was blown away. And she said, a lot of her friends have said, oh, I don't know if I want to go see that. It's kind of like a high school production. Well, no, it's actually, I'm going to say it's fairly close to Broadway caliber production.
Sorry, why? What was the high school production remark about?
Well, it's because it's this new group, Citora, which is a kind of a theater school in Richmond, I think.
Okay.
And they do productions, and they do things like Into the Woods Junior. So it's like an hour version of some of the big musicals. And, you know, they're...
It would be fun to hear what those same people said about Studio 58.
Well,
Would they say that was high school?
no, I think because all of them go and see the shows at Studio 58.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. Why would you go see Studio 58, which is acting students, and think that was pretty palatable, but be worried that West Side Story from another school is going to be high school? That makes no sense.
Anyway, it's going to be really good. Just telling you.
Can't wait. And tickets are probably on sale already, I'll bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
2 weeks. So that's mid-May?
May the 8th is our first performance. May the 10th we open and we close on the 24th. And the last week there's only 3 shows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is nice for me. But in the other weeks, they run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right, so we get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, but then you do 6 shows
But you're just wrung out.
Well,
You get 5 days to do...
The young dancers are going to be wrung out, and I'm not.
Wow.
It's a little bit of a walk in the park. Now, also, in the cast, as I said before, is Sandy Winsby.
Yeah.
And I don't know his history with Payne Street. Like, when I mentioned him to you, you were quite excited about it.
Yeah, because he had a really cool... Well, he's a good guy. I liked him. But he had a really cool old VW window bus. Microbus,
right.
With windows. And it was that thing. And I think he got it from his parents or something like that. That thing was cool.
Anyway, so yesterday was the SITS probe. So we do the morning with just the music and the orchestra, 14-piece orchestra. And then in the evening, we do a run with the orchestra. So, and that's what Susan watched. And so
They must be having a riot. The orchestra must be having a riot.
So Susan just did a one-woman show,
Yeah.
And she comes into this room, and there's 27
I was
cast,
going to say there's 3,000 people in
14 orchestra, plus everybody else, right?
there. No
And
wonder she's blown away.
there's about a dozen, directors, producers, hangers on, right? I mean, so she was, blown away, but she said it's going to be a great show. Okay, that's it for that. And then we have one more, I think, tragedy 2 days ago, which is right where my eye doctor is.
That's right where I learned to type.
41st
and Fraser at John Oliver.
John Oliver, yeah. So I was thinking, I have not looked at any of it. I've seen the headlines, but I've really tried to not look at it.
I did watch a video that somebody on the scene took. It's a crowd scene. The crowd captured the guy, right? So in this video, there's a crowd, and they zoom in on this guy, and he's a young guy, and he's standing there, and he looks kind of maybe like he's in shock or something,
Yeah.
And I thought, why? I want to see the guy they captured. I want to see the guy who's driving the truck. What are they? This guy looks like he lost a relative. He looks like that's the guy. Because I saw that on today's news. He's got some kind of mental problems. He's encountered the police before as a result of those mental problems. And in the video, he just looks like he's really confused and just harmless.
Yeah.
So me, I was trying to think about this driving over. Do I feel worse for everyone concerned when it is a guy who is more or less helpless to control his actions than I would if it was a hate crime of some sort? And I'm not really sure because it's just so sad for everybody. It's like everybody got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
This guy had a mental episode at the wrong moment that affected all of those people. Yeah. And his life is obviously, whatever quality of life he had is over at this point. And I don't know.
Well,
quite awful.
It just made me think that in that situation, the society is kind of powerless, right?
Yeah.
Like really, like anybody could do that at any time. But I was thinking, first of all, I was thinking who to blame. And the first person that came to my head was Gordon Campbell, because he shut down all the mental institutes. And of course, that's false. I mean, that did happen under his watch, but...
Yeah, but there's been a lot of watches since it didn't correct it either.
Exactly, so. And who knows how effective it was in the beginning. So I wonder if this is something that will increase, like major storms increase, just because of the attitude in the world. And anyway.
Yeah, I think it's fair to speculate about whether people are generally speaking under greater emotional and mental stress now with the world as it is now, as opposed to the way it was, say, 5 years ago.
Yeah, even that. Although I think this, just from the headlines, this guy has had different issues than, well, I don't really know.
Who can know really what exacerbates which conditions, really?
But it just really made me think about society, politics, education, and, I was thinking about why is Trudeau so hated? Like, what didn't he do, or what did he do that was so bad? And how is either Poilievre or Carney going to change that? And I really don't think that stuff is going to get changed that much. I mean, some will, and who knows? Maybe people will look at the world differently, like with a new regime in Canada against what's going on in the world.
So, yes to all of that. What could change? So, if this guy had killed and injured that same number of people by using a series of automatic weapons, then we would all have a conversation about what's the state of availability of automated. We'd have that conversation.
Yes.
But he didn't. He didn't do that.
Yeah, but do you think that it'll open up some question about mental health, really is what I'm getting at. But then you get into, well, okay, so a judge will say, okay, no, you're just a little bit over the line, so we're going to actually keep you behind bars in Riverdale, right?
Yeah.
And that's a whole other can of worms. So
yeah, you sort of think, what's justice for that guy? I wonder.
Yeah, but how to prevent that in the future is a really hard problem.
Well, and I would say you cannot.
Yeah, and
I don't think you can.
But it's and politically, it's Jesus, how do you, anyway. Well, in 55 minutes, I believe we started getting the first poll numbers. Well, actually, in 25 minutes, we should be getting numbers from Newfoundland, Labrador, because they're an extra half an hour. And they say the Maritimes might show a trend if things have changed. However, I'm going to make a prediction because I know nothing. What I'm hoping for, I'm a little bit excited about this prediction. This hope is that it's a minority government. It doesn't matter which way it goes, but it's minority. And the 7 NDPs that are left hold the balance of power.
Do you know, speaking of that, I go to these dance events at a community center, and I say there's always 2 politicians that always show up.
Yeah.
One of them is Don Davies, and the other one is the provincial Adrian Dix.
Mm-hmm.
And all this last 3 years, I've been telling people that Don Davies is a Liberal MP. And I was driving down the street in this neighborhood, and there's all these orange Don Davies signs. And I think, I wonder how come he gets to have orange for his signs, and all just absolutely clueless. And then you sort of think, I guess that's why the 2 of them always show up at that event, because they're federal and provincial NDP guys.
Yeah.
What a bonehead. Anyway, sorry, that was just a fun aside from yesterday. I hadn't got it.
Well, I read yesterday that East Van, which is Jenny Kwan, is actually can go Liberal or NDP. It won't go Conservative, I think, even if they split it half and half. But I didn't know that it was that close. I thought that Jenny Kwan would get in because it is East Van. Yes, Skinny.
Well, my follow-on was I was entertaining at a seniors care home in East Van on Union Street, just near the ice cream place. And unbeknownst to me, two of the candidates in that riding were going to make visits. And the first one was a guy named, his last name, Mark Wines or Weens.
Yeah. He's a Liberal guy.
So he comes in and he fluent Mandarin. Not just, a couple of catchphrases that he's memorized like I might do. Fluent Mandarin. Apparently he's married to a woman from China, I believe.
Yeah.
But I was floored by that because now, sadly, in that room, that generation, most of those guys are Cantonese speakers. Mm-hmm. But still.
A lot of the Cantonese people can understand Mandarin by now, I would think.
A lot of them, yeah. So that was a surprise. And then, the next set we did, I sang too. I'll talk about anyway. Next one was Jenny Kwan, who I'd never seen before. I've heard about her all the time. And she came in. She spoke Cantonese.
Mm-hmm.
And so this room is care facility. A lot of those people are sort of wheeled in there, and it's a lockdown facility. You can't just go in and out. You got to buzz in and out because the residents tend to wander. So a lot of them are not compos mentis. They're not really all present all the time. But she spoke to them, and you could just see these guys in this audience kind of waking up,
mm-hmm.
And they both did the same thing where they hold up a ballot, a sample, a made-up ballot.
They're telling them how to
vote. And they're showing, I'm number 3 or I'm number 6. And an old lady in the audience piped up and said, NDP. Just so that all her friends in the audience would know what to look for on that ballot. NDP.
Right. Yeah.
So it was an eye-opener, the whole thing. Jenny Kwan was, that's a lot of work, right? She really went in there and made a pitch to 20 seniors.
Did you guys already vote? I mean, did you vote today or did you vote a few?
This morning. And I just went down because right at Nelson, there was nobody there.
Nice. Sue and I had to wait 90 minutes. We went to maybe the second day of the polls.
Oh, Susan did that.
Yeah, it was, but I found it remarkable this year. Very different. You guys tell me if you've ever seen it before where, first of all, the ballot is a list of names with nothing else on it. Not telling you that it's a federal election, for example. The ballot mentions nothing or there's no materials anywhere about how to mark the ballot. Never
I noticed that.
I have never seen that before. Always, you can make an X or you can fill in and don't color outside the lines. Like a lot of nothing about that. I told the guy, I made an X, hope that's okay. He goes, yeah, that's okay. And apparently a lot of people are asking, what's going, where are the instructions? It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
It's a really weird thing. And also 100% manual, right?
Yeah.
Maybe those ballots are machine countable, but I don't think so.
I don't know.
Folded, and I don't know.
Where did we put the big one where you put it into the machine?
That's the BC ones. I always jokingly refer to it. Oh, where's the shredder?
Yeah.
I always get a laugh. Every time I get a laugh, right? But
yes, of course.
You get a chance to get a laugh at a provincial election, you take it.
No,
and there's so many things they do. Sue figured it's about 3 minutes per vote. Carefully writing your long number in one table and the same long number over in another table. And, those are going to get split up somehow, right? And then, the folding of it. And then, bring it and please present it to me as I'm presenting it to you.
Yes, make sure you give it to me folded, he said to me.
Here you go. And then rip.
Oh, and that's what took the longest time in the world for this young guy.
You got to be careful,
yeah,
right?
You think, just get the ruler, buddy, and go.
Some people are still working on their processing tasks when the voter comes back. And then they rip it off and put it in. And then they finish all their recording and stuff. And people are waiting in the lines. Yeah, very interesting stuff.
But he was very good about when he did the little rip thing, put it in his little Ziploc. He handed it to me, right? Because often before, they would go to put it in the box that's right there. And I would say, no, let me do that, please.
Oh, yeah, they're not supposed to ever put the ballot in the box. I don't remember them doing that.
Oh, well, that's happened a couple times to me.
Oh, really?
I stopped them.
Yeah, you should stop them.
Don't I get to do that?
You absolutely have to do that because otherwise they're exposed to fraud.
Yeah,
bastards.
The old sleight of hand, right?
I went day 2. Okay. So I heard reports from day 1 of advanced polling of really long lineups at the advanced polling stations. And day 2, I went down there and I just walked in and no wait at all.
Yeah.
And the person attending was all business all day. She was really said, okay, so here's your ballot. Please mark it in the circle with an X preferably, but not necessarily. Please make sure and give it back to me in the same folding way as I've given it to you.
Yeah.
You're seeing me sign it here.
Yeah.
And so you go over and you make your little mark and you give it back to her folded just so. And just as you say, she just went and just tore the little bit off and carefully gave it back to me, making it clear that she had not unfolded it.
Yeah.
So she hasn't seen my vote and I'm to put it in the box.
Yeah.
Like you just know they started thinking about, okay, there's been a lot of fuss about the processes in the United States and we don't want any of that nonsense here because there's a growing tide of skepticism about the integrity of elections, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to do everything we can. And they were just really particular about the whole thing.
I stopped by after finishing voting. I said, hey, and I said, do you have a sticker? And they go, no, we don't. And I went full Charlie Brown. My head faced the ground and I slowly walked away.
They must just hate
noticed
guys like us.
No,
I noticed
they were chuckling. Hopefully they understood that I was just kind of having fun with it.
Get a sticker on the way out.
A lot of people didn't. Maybe the stickers I voted. Hannah got an I voted sticker.
Did she? I didn't.
Oh, lucky.
Up in Prince
Did you guys
George.
notice anything about I voted at Argyle School and I swear the people that were standing outside guiding me in, there's nobody outside. There's nobody even inside except guys working there. They looked like high school students to me. They were very young. Mm-hmm. The people sitting at the tables doing the actual things were older.
Picking up some money.
But
my guy was pretty young.
Yeah, they're very young.
Okay, thank you for that. That was the Dark Days entrance of KJ Reports. And now we'll zoom to Snappers. And you ready?
I'm so ready. I was born ready.
I am pumped for this.
First one is yeet. Y-E-E-T. The administration wants to be able to yeet people at will to foreign concentration camps.
Yeet is a term that showed up in one of my crossword puzzles. It's also a term that I've heard the cool kids use. But I'm afraid I'm not a cool kid.
Me either.
Has something to do with yank.
That's exactly. It's just another form of yank. To pull violently.
Oh,
just going to yeet that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where it comes from, but it, like Rich said, it's pretty new. I heard it from my daughter.
Oh.
Makes me laugh. It's a fun term, but no idea where it comes from.
I'm not going to look that up. Good.
Okay.
You guys were
Oh,
right on.
really? Oh, we were right on, though. As
Well, I don't
terms
know.
of
Do you want me to look it up?
definition. Yeah, well,
I'll look it up. Okay.
we
'Cause I
normally
got my
need the
computer.
authoritative view on A, what it means, and B, where it comes from.
Epidemiology.
The etymology, exactly.
Wait,
We know it's
entomology?
Not, no,
We're doing entomology?
Epistemology.
Epistemology, yes, the study of knowledge.
Epistemophony.
You
Epistemophomy.
could just call me Pope Pizzalopoulos.
Okay, yeet, gentlemen. The first one is slang, used to express surprise, approval, or excited enthusiasm. That's the first entry.
Never heard it used in that context.
2, yeet, verb, yeeted, yeeting, yeets, to throw especially with force and without regard for the thing being thrown.
Right, so chuck
Chuck.
it.
Etymology of phonesthemic origin. What's that?
Ooh, that phone means sound.
Yeah.
So it'll be something that sounds similar to.
Oh, which is a final element of sheesh. Yeesh.
Oh,
Yeesh. Sheesh. Yeet.
Sheesh.
Probably derivative of eat. Entry 1 as the slang one. The surprise. Yeet. So that cracks me.
An actor.
The next one is from Uncle Tim in North Van. I have 2 from him today because he's all over this snappers. Mm-hmm. He says rigmarole.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I think we all know what it means, although being forced to give a definition often will tell you that you actually didn't know that word as well as you thought.
Funny how often that happens, eh? It's a word you use all the time and you suddenly think, what does that exactly?
Because I'm going to say a rigmarole is not exactly a schmozzle.
No, it's not. It is not. In fact, I would argue it's probably almost polar opposite. A schmozzle is just a confused mess.
That's not going well. It's
not
kind of
going
negative.
A rigmarole
It's just some big steps you have to go through.
it's a runaround.
A runaround.
It's
That-
a structured.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you perceive as unnecessary overhead, but
Yeah.
a bunch of steps that you have to go through to get to wherever you're going or do whatever you're doing.
And it's mildly negative.
It's it's very negative.
No,
Rigmarole
I'd say
is very-
mildly, whereas schmozzle is very negative.
Hell, it was.
I'm going to go with schmozzle's more negative than rigmarole.
Maybe because you could at least credit somebody with having devised a very successful evil plan.
Maybe. Mostly it's from the tone of voice. Oh, what a schmozzle that was.
You get the same thing. I had to go through such a rigmarole just to vote. It was
Fun,
ridiculous.
you guys are on it today.
It's the same
Are
thing.
we really
It's
doing
the same thing, right? But
So-
where does it come from? Is it naval? That's really all
we
we
need the definitions for sure. We're going to need a good crisp
rigmarole,
definition.
the mainsail.
Well, I was thinking rigor. I don't know. why.
Okay, rigmarole definitely from the 1600s C nautical.
Well,
no doubt about
I get
it.
Gilbert
Either
and
that-
Sullivan when I see it.
Yeah,
for some
either that or
reason.
it was invented
What
in the
never,
1860s.
hardly ever.
I'm the very modern.
Okay, but we need rigmarole and schmozzle.
Okay, rigmarole.
Schmozzle wasn't even on the list. You just threw
I want
that
to
in there.
differentiate the two.
Okay.
Rigmarole.
Okay, fair.
This
That's
is from
actually
Miriam. Confused or meaningless talk, nonsense. 2, a complicated and often unnecessary procedure.
PJ nailed that.
that one. Yeah.
Etymology. Alteration of obscure ragman roll long list catalog. First known use of rigmarole was circa 1736. Oh, time traveler.
Ragman rule. Ragman rule.
Sounds like a jazz thing. Hey, go see the ragman.
Well, it's the little guy with the cart, but does he have some bunch of ridiculous stuff that bounds his business as a ragman?
In the Middle Ages, the term rageman, or ragman referred to a game in which a player randomly selected a string attached to a roll of verses and read the selected verse. The roll was called a ragman roll after fictional king purported to be the author of the verses.
So this is the nonsense talk one.
Yeah. By the 16th century, ragman and ragman roll were being used figuratively to mean a list or catalog. Both terms fell out of written use, but ragman roll persisted in speech, and in the 18th century it resurfaced in writing as rigmarole, with the meaning a succession of confused, meaningless, or foolish statements.
Wow.
In mid-19th century, acquired the sense of referring to a complex and ritualistic procedure.
That's a great etymology there. I like that one a lot. No idea that it was going to come from something like that.
Jesus, we got 2 minutes, Skinny. 2 minutes before intros, outros.
I got the spelling on schmozzle.
It's Zeds, isn't it?
Well, let's hear the whole spelling there, PJ.
SCHMOZZLE.
Okay, well, see, that's probably how I would have spelled it. I might have even dropped the C. I might have even gone SHMO because I don't think I've seen it in writing much. But it turns out it's a schmozzle. SCHE.
Yeah.
Mazel. Mazel spelled like the name of a possible pope or something. Double
Nice,
Z.
Bill Mazel. Pope.
Pizza schmozzle.
Pope Augustine, formerly Bill Mazel.
And yeah, you're right. Like a schmozzle, or else schmozzle, is a confused situation or affair. Which is not necessarily negative, except for it's nice for things not to be confusing.
Yeah.
Whereas a rigmarole is pointlessly complicated.
Or just meaningless altogether. Like, the hell, why are we even doing this?
I would like to say that one came from Uncle Tim North Van. The next one is dressed to the nines. Mm-hmm. Dressed up to the nines. Mm-hmm. Dressed to the nines.
Yep.
That is, I got no idea. I mean, I know what it means, of course. You're fully dressed up as far as you can, as completely dressed up as you can get. You're dressed to the nines. But why nines?
Original phrase is uncertain. Number of yards in fabric used to make a suit, 9 yards to make a suit.
Ooh.
Or from the uniforms of the 99th Lanarkshire Regiment of Foot. However, there's nothing to support that.
9 yards sounds more likely, plausible.
Anyway, that's right. And then the last one from Uncle Tim is, I need your John Hancock on this check, on this.
Oh, come on.
What?
We know that.
John Hancock's a signatory of the Declaration of Independence, the first one. His is that name that you can see when you see pictures.
I'll get that back to Tim. Thanks, Uncle Tim, for that. Thanks, you guys, for knowing
just your
so
signature.
much.
Also, I think his signature is distinctive and attractive, too. I think it's well known.
It's huge, right? Really big.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was the first signatory, though.
I think he is. I could be wrong about that. I would strike that, but it's pretty visible.
And that's it for KJ's reports and snappers.
Okay.
Excellent. Both excellent segments.
So now, did you get enough? We got enough. We did a whole bunch of stuff. I'll just tell you, that was fun. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate that listener mail. Just keep that coming, whether it was in this episode or not. And take care of yourselves, because that's the most important thing. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you shitside.